We're back because it stopped recording.
Here's another cool thing. There's the skill tree actually matters. Remember how it used to be mostly all just. I'm not saying it out loud because I'm dumb. Mostly just percentage increases and stuff. Here's really cool. Scorpion Sting. Crits, headshots, and hits to weak points. Apply poison. Instant cooldown reset for Juggler if you neutralize an enemy with a throwable weapon on headshot, crit, or poison. Over here is better crouch movement speed, damage mitigation, sprint while crouching, and now those unlock style over substance, guaranteed crits with throwables when crouch sprinting, sliding, dodging, or dashing. And that stacks
I just noticed
instant cooldown reset to make something really cool. And over
I
here
just
is
noticed,
also
does
really cool.
that tree get to that ability a little quicker?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get in there as little as 1 for...
Because the other one has a couple, you got only like a couple there.
It's like 1, 3,
Gonna rest my arm because
6, 9. I think it's like 10 perk points to get this, but you need 20 for the attribute, which takes a bit more. But over here, with Deadeye, level 3 unlocks Deadeye mode, which is active above 85% stamina. You get headshot and weak spot damage bonus and no bullet spread. And then over here, guaranteed criticals while that mode is active for headshots and weak spots, and increased damage on the distance, max 25. That's kind of crazy. There's actual builds and options now. Things that aren't like hard to find and figure out and min-max. You're just like a skill tree for moving fast.
Now, can I ask, would this work really awesomely for a game like this, though? For its world, its characters? Would it be fun in this world?
We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Because even just the skill tree change is giving me a little bit of...
Because I made a comment where I said the police, being chased by the police would only be fun for a while.
I don't think these bars were there. No, they just had numbers. This is a huge change.
Yeah, that's a better change as well. I agree with that, definitely.
It's instead of like it gave you like a DPS number, and then the raw damage, and then the attack speed after that and everything. But the DPS number was like trivializing everything.
Yeah. Because what I was...
And there's just like an entire gigantic list of plus blah 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 percent multipliers, right?
Yeah.
These ones you can still see the multiplier adjustment for each different type. You can still see this or that, but there's not so much damage like to my eyeballs.
Yeah.
The numbers there were so many numbers and it was hollow.
Is that the charged shotgun?
Yes, all of the tech
I was just talking to you that it reminds me of the same like looking design as the one from Rage 2.
Yeah.
Though it's not exactly the same, I can tell, but it reminds me of it.
Oh well.
That shotgun would mostly, like, depending on the abilities or whatever you had on your character, like, you could just literally Fusro-Da somebody with your shotgun or whatever.
What's this? Oh, is this just like a hackable? Because this is pointless to me. No,
yeah.
I don't want money.
I don't like
money,
the mini games. I think if they change the mini game.
Last
Hey, look, an Arasaka case. They actually reminded you of the villain.
Oh, hey. What's this? Oh, cool.
So
drugs.
what do we want to test? What are the other things we want to test? I was talking about going in places, but I have a feeling that store. We want to go to a store. Yes. I want to see the UI of the store, and I want to see how you interact with the store clerk.
Let me bring this up as well, because this is also a tech type. Because this is another thing.
I'm also betting that the people who put the implants in you, whatever they're called, what are they called?
The Ripperdocs.
Ripperdocs, yes. I'm betting they don't animate every time. I need to play Deus Ex Mankind Divided and see if they animate when you get a new... Yeah,
I don't think I have that installed, so I couldn't tell you this yet.
I have it installed, but we're not at my house. My place.
What does this keep running after?
I don't know.
You can't do that, he said.
Can you kill him just like a
Help.
Bethesda game?
Hell. I want to see where he's running.
He looks so silly. Why does the kids also look like hookers?
No, they look like Pokemon usually.
They look like Pokemon.
That's not a child.
You remember that one child that you saw in the frickin'...
Like,
right
that's
there.
Pokemon.
What is with the hair?
This one with like red and yellow hair.
What the hell is that? That's not a
It looks
human.
so stupid.
Yeah, that looks really bad.
Objectively.
Hey, look, they're doing the vending machine. By the way, I was talking to Dave. I bet because they're still using, is it the same engine or a similar engine in Starfield?
Similar. It's upgraded. That's all I know.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna follow this guy around the block to see if he goes to another thing.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna bother.
We were talking about how because they're programmed like that. Because they're programmed.
Sliding with B feels normal, but
that person just stood there staring
work.
at you. Because they're programmed that way, the NPCs still take naps. They have their own idle animations. I mean, that's not to say that they don't have, but this doesn't look like these two just walked up to each other and started doing this. They look like they were actually programmed to be where they're standing right now, where everybody else is walking around. So I don't think people have the day and night cycle stuff still. So they don't go to bed. They don't really do much of anything that would relate to a whole. Even Watch Dogs Legion you could take, for example, and such, and GTA and all that. Like they still don't have the day and night time cycle. The other things that were not promised in the trailers, like taking somebody back to your apartment, which you do have more apartments now, and that was a thing for a while. But they feel more, other than a cool arcade game, which is Witcher based.
This dude's grilling.
They're more of an aesthetic.
He's definitely a hostile character because he's grilling.
He's grilling.
Goodbye.
I just got a notification on my phone. I'm still watching them at
left.
time.
And
what?
They stopped caring.
Okay.
I think that's an improvement, because you're trespassing or not.
Yeah.
I'm back on their lawn.
Oh no, they just straight up
because I went back on the lawn.
What?
At least that's my assumption.
I don't know what to think of that. That's kind of dumb. Because in even Starfield, if you go into a restricted area, a cop will just walk... I know these aren't cops, but a cop will just run over to you and interact with you, have unique different dialogue selections and stuff. It's the same with store clerks, and even though it's not the same as Red Dead, and we wish we had that Red Dead Redemption 2 store, neither is Cyberpunk.
It's really cool.
We're going to check the... Yeah. And
because like that one, you're like, oh, you don't have a mask on, they'll just like take you outside. Like,
yeah.
You must have taken a wrong turn somewhere, buddy.
Yeah.
And it goes well.
This game still doesn't have stuff like that. Still doesn't have flying cars unless you mod it. But realize that that's only PC that can get that stuff. And once again, there's still very lackluster on air traffic, so it still feels very lifeless up there. And like there's not a whole lot.
Walked through the car.
So there's still some glitches, clearly. I mean,
I still don't like.
So does Starfield. Dave has a dude that's stuck in the water, and that's been a problem. I haven't had that yet, but I don't look forward to having it.
I can't go in there.
Oh yeah, most places you can't go into.
Yeah.
Is that the truck? Is that the truck with the dumb symmetrical lights?
It's here!
There's another one, too, behind you.
This one's even...
It is,
this one's less
it's the one with the dumb symmetrical lights. What's the point of that design?
Take those out.
Does it have... Okay, you can break that stuff.
It's like... Are these like turn signals? I'm turning right, I'm turning really right.